Hi, my name is Leah Ebert, and this is a video tour of my ePortfolio for RC1000. To start my website, I added a quote from Kimberly Sanso, a certified speech-language pathologist. "I don't want to turn a deaf child into a hearing child. I want to help a deaf child who struggles become a deaf child who doesn't struggle." This quote strongly supports my essay because I came to the conclusion that cochlear implants were harmful to deaf children and that a deaf child should learn sign language and make that decision for themselves once they're old enough. I am a freshman at Appalachian State University, majoring in communication sciences and disorders to help those who are deaf or hard of hearing. After college, I plan to continue my education at UNC Chapel Hill to get an audiology degree. I am currently learning American Sign Language and find it very fun to learn about the language and the deaf community. I am also very interested in art. I've been creating since I was a child and I still love making things. When I first joined this class, I was a nursing major. I chose my topic because of my interest in the deaf community, and during the process of writing my paper, I discovered that I want to spend the rest of my life helping deaf people and raising awareness about inaccessibility issues. Looking back on my paper, I am very happy with how it turned out. I started this essay with some prior knowledge about what deaf people experience due to previous interactions I've had with friends and family. Although I did not have a lot of knowledge, I spent a lot of time researching, both for my essay and because of genuine interest, and I've definitely learned a lot more than when I started. One course goal I achieved was drafting with a clear purpose in mind because I knew exactly what I wanted to write about, so I annotated each of my sources, not only the ones we had to. I created multiple detailed outlines, and each of my drafts had significant changes between each other. Another course goal I achieved was writing with a strong voice and authority. I felt like my topic was very important, so I wanted to speak confidently about it, hoping to get my point across. I also felt that because of my knowledge of what I was talking about, it gave me even more reason to speak confidently about it. A third goal I achieved was analyzing primary and secondary sources. Even though I didn't spend my time thinking about them, I gathered a large variety of sources from scholarly articles, government agencies, Gallaudet University, and even a radio station. I don't think there's anything I would do differently if I had to start this paper over again. If there was a word count limit, I would have kept writing, and I actually had to delete a few paragraphs before turning it in because I was way over the word count. This topic was obviously something I am passionate about, and I wish more people could hear what I had to say. It was really easy for me to switch to a podcast when it came to the topic because I already knew what I was going to focus on. Since I had to cut out a lot of my writing on education, I figured the podcast would be a perfect opportunity to talk about it. I figured since I was talking about deaf students in the education system, education majors would be a perfect audience, since one day they may have a deaf student and not know how to communicate with them. One course goal I achieved in this podcast was generating and revising my ideas. After turning in my essay, I had to revisit my paper and sources to do my podcast. To do the podcast, I had to revise my education section and add more ideas to it. I also accomplished using a variety of technologies because to create a podcast, I had to record myself, edit the audio in GarageBand, and then post it to SoundCloud. A third goal I accomplished through my podcast was reflecting upon the semester. Throughout my semester, I've written multiple reflections on all of my assignments, and this portfolio is the final one. This podcast was a struggle for me, but I was proud of myself for my research and that I could talk about it. I'm not a person who likes to record myself speak, but I had a lot of important things to say. I never found a person to interview because the best person for an interview would have been someone who experienced these issues firsthand, but I did not know anyone that would have been able to record it with me. I honestly did not have the most positive attitude towards my podcast because of the stress I was experiencing during the time I needed to do it. I had a very positive attitude towards my paper because I love researching and writing, but I do not love talking. This negative attitude held me back from creating a better podcast, but I was still happy with the research I did to get here. To finish off my portfolio, I started by quoting my first reflection from the very start of the semester. At the very beginning of the semester, I was fairly confident in my writing abilities, especially in my grammar and research. My favorite type of writing is still research papers because I love how structured they are and I really enjoy doing outlines since I am a very visual person. I love writing body paragraphs because they are most interesting and they are the paragraphs that can actually contain information. Now I am proud of myself, especially after the essay because of the amount of time and research I put into it. So much that I wasn't able to include everything I wanted to because of the word count. This semester was a pretty big deal for me because I discovered a new passion which encouraged me to change my major to sciences and disorders, and I am now planning to be an audiologist. My research inspired me to do something I was happy with while helping the deaf community. I think it's very important to communicate your points clearly because they deserve to be heard. I consider myself an advocate and an ally for people with disabilities, especially deaf people. I would like my voice to be heard. Everyone should hear what I have to say, not just specific communities. People who experience these issues firsthand don't need me to tell them this, but lots of people do. I chose to focus on education majors as my audience for my podcast because one day they might teach a deaf student and it would be important to have prior knowledge of how to support them. Other people who could hear this are current teachers, everybody who has a job that requires talking to customers, and everybody who goes out in public and has interactions with strangers. Thank you.